Government Bill, first reading, Stamp Duty Amendment Bill 2024. Second reading, Secretary for Housing. President, I move the second reading of the Stamp Duty Amendment Bill 2024. The bill aims to amend the Stamp Duty Ordinance SDO Cap 117 to abolish all demand-side management measures DSMMs as announced in the 2024-25 budget. In other words, from the 28th of February 2024, when the budget was presented onwards, the special stamp duty SSD, the buyer stamp duty BSD, and the new residential stamp duty NRSD will no longer be charged on all residential property transactions. The government has been keeping a close watch on the residential property market. The DSMMs were introduced last year. There were exuberant property speculation and demand-supply imbalance. At present, the property market conditions and the housing demand-supply balance have seen marked changes. Data show low levels of short-term speculative activities, external demands, and investment demands. On the supply side, with the government's sustained efforts in increasing land supply and housing units, the latest projected supply in the primary private residential property market in the coming 3 to 4 years stays high at around 109,000 units as at end December 2023. This reflects a stable supply in the private residential property market. Since the government announced in the policy address on the 25th of October last year the adjustments to DSMMs, the property market sentiment has stayed cautious with no improvement in market confidence. The number of sale and purchase agreements for residential property received by the Land Registry in February 2024 was 2,375, down by 1,100 from 3,477 the month before, and not comparable to the monthly average of 4,370 cases in the first half of 2023. On property prices, overall residential property prices dropped by 7% in 2023. The prices in January 2024 were 1%, rather 1.6% lower than the previous month and were 23% lower than the historical peak in September 2021. Having carefully considered the overall situation, the government deems DSMMs no longer necessary in the prevailing economic and market conditions. We anticipate this move will boost market confidence and render some support to the property market. Abolishing SSD will increase the number of residential flats in the secondary market and encourage the turnover in the property market. Abolishing BSD and NRSD will ease the financial burden on Hong Kong permanent residents, Hong Kong PRs, who have already owned residential properties in their acquisition of another residential property and reduce the costs of non-Hong Kong PRs in their acquisition of residential properties. Since the announcement of abolishing all DSMMs in the 2024-25 budget, market sentiments and responses have been positive. The government will continue to closely monitor the property market and take appropriate measures in response to changes in the market. In the bill, we propose amending the respective stamp duty rates in the first schedule to the SDO, but retaining the framework and relevant provisions for SSD, BSD, and NRSD embedded in the SDO. This will enable the government to, as and when necessary in the future, reinstate the SSD, BSD, and NRSD more readily by adjusting the relevant rates, having regard to the market situation. For property purchasers to benefit from this arrangement, starting from the date of the presentation of the 2024-25 budget, the Chief Executive on the 28th of February made the Public Revenue Protection Stamp Duty Order 2024 to give full force and effect of law to the bill before its enactment. We will work with the Council in the deliberation of the bill. The Public Revenue Protection Order will be in force for 4 months. We would like to solicit support from members so that the bill can be passed before the order expires. I so submit. Thank you, President. I now propose the question to you that the aforesaid bill be read the second time. In accordance with the rules of procedure, the second reading debate is adjourned and the bill is referred to the House Committee. I now adjourn the Council until 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 20th of March, 2024.